Hello, another episode today on CDEX 1. So let's make another game today, this time a bit harder. So here I got my new project. So basically I made a thing like a template. So I'm coding on the template here. So I'm going to say when green flag clicked, then I'm to go to 0, 0, or this position here. So then I want something like variables to move. So I'm going to drop in a forever and then make some new variables. So I'm going to make player X for the sprite only and player Y for this sprite only. And we'll delete my variable. So at the start we can set player X and player Y to 0. So then we're grabbing some ifs. 2, 3, and 4. So then if space key pressed, key space pressed, key space pressed, key space pressed, and drag out some ors, duplicate, duplicate, and duplicate. Put them into here. We'll also make WASD. So if, then the if, you join these back together with the ors, like this. So then you'll get another pair of key space pressed. So first I'll make for right and left. So right and left. Then I'll change to up and down. So then for the WASD, so up means W, so we have to look for W. Then, oh wait, just a minute. I did something wrong, so right is D, right means D, and left means A, and up means W, down means S. So then we add a change, 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 and change. So since this is right out arrow, change player XY1 for left arrow -1. Or you can increase it to 2 if you want. I'm increasing it to 2. Then we do player Y. So up arrow is 2, down arrow is -2. And on top we can say set X and set Y to set X to player X and set Y to player Y. So now let's see it. And I want to make it look like it's on another planet. So I can just say change color effect by 25. So set color effect to 75 when the green flag is clicked, and put that in a forever block. Let's test everything. We got our character moving and goes snap back into position. So for the person, so when green flag clicked, say, you can write anything you want, but since I want this to make like it's on an alien planet, say um planet, then we can say stop the script. So it stopped. But before that, we can say wait 10 seconds and stop the script. And also say blank box. So it won't say anything. So we just say wait 1 seconds. And that's done for the person. So now for different backdrops. So in the template, I have made different backdrops that match each other. So this should be easy. So I'll just make an if check. So if I want the X position, so if we need a greater than, which is this, go to motion, scroll down, X position is greater than, let me just run this, 239, then switch backdrop 2. So it starts here, it's going. So when backdrop switches to backdrop 2, then I want you to go to, wait, I need to test it again. Okay, we are in backdrop 2. So make a check in the start to set the backdrop to backdrop 1. So let's see it. So we want somewhere around here. Go to X70 and Y56. So let's test that. We are moving and we spawned here. And also for the person, One backdrop switches to backdrop 2, then we want to hide. So start and then it hided. But what if we want to make hitboxes or something like when it touches, like it will change the player Y or player X so that it cannot touch that. So we can say in one of the backdrops, we can make something like I'll make it any colorful. So mm, mm, I'm going to make a house the simplest way possible. Then convert to bitmap. Then fill. So see, we got a simple house. And we can put some text like press Z to there. We're going to make that next backdrop later. So we just have to find the middle of the canvas and snap it there. So code. See, it's a house. So we also have to make it so when space so Z, so let me see. So when Z key press, we're going to make a new backdrop. We can make it like a house. So let's convert to bitmap that we can fill. I'm going to try and make a brownish color. Brownish like color I'm trying to make here. So then you fill. Oh wait, fill. So then you can make some any self-like items. So I'm going to make something like these. This. So this is like a simple RPG game. I'm going to show you another example of an RPG game I made. This line. This, I'm trying to make the wood here. So make it minus so that it's easier. This, 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 and this. Then I want it outlined. So make a square, make it outlined. So I want something like a brownish color. Then we can fill it with that color. This to make it look old, like an old house. So there we go. So when Z key pressed, switch backdrop to backdrop 4. I'm gonna make collisions because it's a simple RPT game. So no collisions. So there. So when we press Z, we enter. Okay, so I'm just gonna set color effect to 0 to show you the actual project template. So like a park. So for the person. So when we press Z, see, we are in the house. For the house design, you can make anything you want, but this is what I did. So another thing we can do is make more stuff. So I'm going to move this here. So I'm going to just copy this, copy, and then paste. So then now we're due for Y stuff. So I'm going to again copy this and then paint, paste this. So I'm going to flip horizontal and flip vertical. So there we go, kind of matches up. So duplicate this. So then let's see. Um, okay, it's not moving. So maybe we delete these. So let's see. So I'm gonna just make it a simple thing. So but we have to make it for all the backdrops. So we have a problem. So what we can do is Control C. There we go. We start it. Okay, now it's somehow moving. I know what. So there we go. So now we're inside the house. So I'm going to make something like I'm going to make a circle and I want it like this color. So I want filled. Add it here. So when space key pressed, I want to go to backdrop 1. So I add like a portal. Z space. So on the backdrops, you can also make it like I'm going to make it black. This is to teleport. And I want to make a color because there's black there. So now let's see. So Z. Remember to just hide those variables. And I remove this with I'm trying something new I've never done before. So next backdrop. So when touching the edge, it'll go to the next backdrop. Oh god. If touching edge, then what can we do? Switch backdrop to backdrop 2. Okay, I can do this much for now, so I'm going to delete the other backdrops. So I want this like a simple RPG game. 1, 2, top 5, delete. So now we only have these. So when green flag clicked, so when we press Z to enter, press space to teleport. Also in the person sprite, which I have named. So when backdrop switches to backdrop 1, we want a show block to seem like you've teleported. I also want to change this, saying come to the park. So as you see, we got the simple game, RPG game, using variables to move. So let me give you a quick recap. So for the player, these two, and I'll give you a helpful hint. So when I make it all capital, the variables, that means it's for that sprite only. So, and another trick, if I keep these on and it says player and player before it, then basically it means it's for that sprite only, because I named this player. So now if you want to share this, you can. And also a tip to become a scratcher, you can remix any project like or share like or fave any project or like comment on a project to make some projects. I really want this to get viewed. And any new scratchers, this tutorial is for you. So since you're sharing it, you can write any name you want, but I'm going to write RPG or you would. So since this is also a project template, I'm going to make a copy. So this is the copy. So I'm going to delete 35 blocks, okay. And for the person, delete 11 blocks, okay. The backtops, delete 7 blocks, okay. Share. lit. And for this, don't know what I'm doing. I'm just giving project template and with code. Project template and the thing with the code. So I click share. So now, as my last video, I'm going to add it to the same studio. So have a great time and see you next week. Bye.